crochet tutorial. For this tutorial I'm just going to be making a virus shawl. I know everyone does it, but I thought it'd be something nice to work on, just, you know, something simple and kind of easy to make while I'm working on another dress design and also quite a large v-neck sweater with a big sort of ribbed collar that I'm also working on. So in the meantime I thought this would be nice, and it gives me an excuse to use my favourite yarn, Mondial, this sparkly Brilliantina one. So this one's the cream with a nice sort of green sparkly flecks running through it. I love it so much, it's so beautiful. Yes, so I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, this is really easy, the virus shawl. It looks complicated, but it's not. It's just, it's repetitive. Yeah, and as you go along, you'll see stitches just fly by, and before you know it, the shawl is made. It's beautiful. It's going to sound really sad. Okay, so yeah, but my next big thing I want to do is order some Lion brand yarn, probably off their website. The shawl in a ball stuff. I don't think I'll be making shawls with that, but there's a couple of sparkly metallic shawl in a ball yarns that I'm desperate to get my hands on. We all know how much I love sparkles and yarn. Yeah, so I'll be doing that. Maybe make some dresses, maybe make a sweater here and there. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So yeah, that's coming up. And as you know, spring and summer will not deter me from crocheting anything. It's good though, you build up your repertoire for summer, winter, and yeah. Okay. Let's make this shawl, the virus shawl. Alright, now to begin this design, we're going to start by making a slip knot. So make a slip knot and adjust the knot to the hook, and then we're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 10. Alright, and there is my chain of 10. Okay, our next step is to slip stitch into the first chain. So go back to the first chain and slip stitch. So that is just like that. And there we go. That's formed our big chain circle to begin with. Alright, now, next we're going to chain 3 from there. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to put 19 double crochets into the center of that chain circle. So to do that, it's yarn over, hook through the center of the chain circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So one more time, yarn over through the center of the loop, pull through the center of the chain circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So 19 of those. Alright, and there is my beginning row. So that's 19 double crochets plus the chain of 3, which makes 20 stitches. So what we're going to do now is we're going to chain up 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and turn the work, and we're going to be putting a double crochet into every stitch all the way back to the other side. So there should be 20 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, so 20 double crochets. Okay, and there is my next row. And just make sure with that 20th double crochet that you're getting it into the top of that that chain 3 for the beginning of the previous row. So just there. Okay, so our next step, that's what it should look like now. Our next step is to chain up 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and turn the work. And the reason we've chained 4 is because that last chain is going to act as the chain between the double crochet. So what's going to happen is now you're going to put a double crochet into that first stitch. So double crochet like this, and then you're going to chain 1. So chain 1, and there's going to be a chain of 1 between each double crochet. So into the next stitch, double crochet, and then chain 1. Next stitch, double crochet, and then chain 1. So you're going to do that 20 times all the way till the other end with a chain 1 between each of the stitches. So double crochet and double crochet, chain 1 till you get to the last stitch, and then I'll show you what to do from there. And there we are, our next row of double crochets with a chain 1 between each double crochet. So that's what it should start to look like. Now our next step is to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 10. Okay, there's my chain of 10. Now turn the work and put a single crochet not into this chain space but into the next chain space along. So count 2 along, 1, 2, and put 1 single crochet into that chain space straight from that chain of 10. So just like that, and there we go. So like that. Now chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and skipping the next chain space along, put a single crochet into the second chain space. So just again, same, skip that one, single crochet into the next one along, like that. Now chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, skipping the next chain space, put a single crochet into the chain space after that, single crochet, and then once again we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and 4, and again skipping that chain space, next one along, single crochet into the one after that. So there's a free chain space between each. So you've done 3 of those, and that's what it's going to start to look like. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and once again skipping the next chain space along, put a single crochet into the chain space after that, 1 single crochet, followed by another chain of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then again skipping the next chain space along, a single crochet into the chain space after that. So you can see we're skipping a chain space, putting a single crochet into the next one along for each one. So our next step is to chain another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and again skip that chain space, single crochet into the next one along, chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, skip chain space, single crochet into the next one along, single crochet. How many have we done? 1. Okay, another chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, skip chain space, single crochet into the next one along. Now for the end one we're going to be chain 7. We're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we're going to put a double crochet right into the top of that chain 2 for the beginning of the last row. So yarn over, This can seem a little bit tricky at first, but you'll be okay. And chain 2 into the, double crochet into the top of that chain 2. So that stitch right, and that chain right there, right on the end. It can be a little tricky to get your hook through that chain that's linking the top to that double crochet, but it's okay. Okay, yarn over, pull through. Oh, it's a little tight as well, but that's okay. And yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 for that final double crochet. And there we go. So this is what it's going to start to look like. So you've got a large chain circle there, 3 small ones, 2 large ones at the top, 3 small ones here, and a large chain circle at the other end. So it's what it's going to look like. Now our next step is to chain 3, so 1, 2 and 3, turn the work, and we're going to put 9 double crochets into the center of that first large chain circle. So 1 and 2 and careful, this yarn's a little tricky. So that's 1, 2. So 9 double crochets into that chain circle. Okay, there we go. I've done 9 double crochets into that chain space, big chain circle, chain space thing. Now our next step is to, straight from there, put a single crochet into that next chain space. So that chain of 4, single crochet into there. So 1, now chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Another single crochet into that next chain space along, so single crochet like that. Then chain another 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again into that next small chain space, single crochet, just like that, single crochet. Now straight from there we're going to put 10 double crochets into that next large chain space, so 1 and 2, 10 double crochets into that next large chain space. Alright, and there's my next 10 double crochets into that large chain space. Now again, moving on to the next large chain space, that one there, another 10 double crochets into this next large chain space. So that's 1, 2, 10. Alright, that's my next lot of 10 double crochets done. So moving straight from there, and you're going to start to really see how the pattern goes from here. So moving straight from there, you single crochet into that next small chain space along, single crochet, chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again single crochet into the next small chain space along, single crochet, chain 1, 2, 3 and 4, again small chain space, single crochet just like that. Then moving on to the last big chain space, we're going to put 10 double crochets into that. So 1 and 2, 10 double crochets. And there we go. That's my last 10 double crochets for that row. So this is what it's going to start to look like. Now from here what we do is we chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, turn the work again, and put 10 double crochets into this first lot of double crochets just here. So where are we? First stitch, so 1 and 2, 10 double crochets. And there we go, there's that lot of 10 double crochets. Now moving on to the next small chain space along, still dealing with those, so single crochet into that, followed by a chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and moving on to the next chain space, small chain space along, single crochet into that, single crochet, and then moving straight into these stitches here, so there should be 20 stitches here to put double crochets into, so moving into that first one, double crochet, and there'll be 20 double crochets across the top just here. That's 1 and 2, 20 double crochets. Okay, so here I am at that last stitch, the 20th stitch, so just into there is 20, and then moving on to the next small chain space, we're going to put that single crochet just into there, so single crochet straight from that last double crochet, and then once again we chain 4, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. Moving on to the next small chain space is a single crochet, and then straight from there a double crochet into the next 10 stitches. So there's the first one, that is 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, so 10 double crochet. Alright, here we are, so that's 10 to finish up that end, that row, and this is what it's going to start to look like. Alright, from here we're going to chain up 4, and this is where you're going to start to see the pattern really taking shape. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, turn the work, double crochet into that first stitch, 1 double crochet, followed by the chain 1 and another double crochet. There's going to be 10 double crochets for this one, and another chain 1. So a chain 1 between 10 double crochets. So there we go. 10 double crochets with a chain between each of those. Okay, so skipping this whole bit just here, we're just going to double crochet straight into the next stitch on this top bit just here. So there's that chain space, just bypass that completely, double crochet into the next stitch along, so that's that one just there, double crochet into there, and again we're going to be putting double crochets into all those 20 stitches on top there, but with the single chain between each. So chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch, and chain 1. So yeah, 20 double crochets for the top part with a chain 1 between each of those double crochets. So just like that. And I'll meet back up with you at the end of that. Okay, so here I am. I've done 20 double crochets for that top middle of the triangle bit. Now again, by passing that single chain space just there, just a double crochet straight into the next stitch along. So which one is that one? That one just there. Double crochet, next stitch along. Hang on. Double crochet, just like that. And then again, chain 1, double crochet, and for here there should be 10 stitches across here with a chain 1 between each of them. Okay, so there's those remaining 10 double crochets with a single chain between each. Now at the end here, once again we're going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 10. Okay, so there's my chain of 10. Now again we turn the work and we put a single crochet, not into that first chain space but the next chain space along. So a single crochet into there, just like that, then chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and again skipping the next chain space along, single crochet into the chain space after that. So not that one, but the next one along, single crochet. And remember, we repeat this 3 times. So there will be 3 small chain spaces of 4. So again, chain 4, and I'll meet back up with you once you've done that. Okay, now that you've done your 3 small chain spaces of 4 chains each, you're going to chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And there's going to be obviously that larger chain space just here. So skipping the next chain space there and that larger chain space there, and then the next one along on the other end, single crochet into the next chain space along. So single crochet like that. And that's how that's going to look. Like that. Now, moving on, we're going to chain 4, and it's going to be another thing where 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to have 3 small chain spaces moving along just here. So skipping that next chain space, single crochet into the next one after that. And again, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to have 3 of those small chain spaces again. Okay, so I've done those 3 chain spaces. 4. Now chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then again, skipping the next chain space along, single crochet into the chain space after that. Single crochet, chain another 7. 1, try not to get stuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops, it's fiddly yarn, 3, 4, so chaining 7, and there's my 7, skipping the next chain space, single crocheting into the chain space after that, then just repeating all the way back down to the other end. So there will be 3 small chain spaces working down here, then chain 7, and skipping those 3 chain spaces there, single crochet into that chain space there, then repeating again 3 small chain spaces, followed by chaining 7 at the end and double crochet right into that last stitch just there, so the top of that chain 3. And I think you can probably see where the pattern's going by now. You're just going to repeat this process, getting wider and wider as you go, and you know, more of these. I guess that's why they call it the virus shawl, because it kind of multiplies. Yeah, that's probably obvious. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that because this is already quite long. I'm going to go away, finish my shawl, keep repeating this process. I really hope that I've explained this okay and you understand what's going on. I'm going to meet back up with you at the end, try on the shawl, see how it looks. I think it's going to look pretty nice. It's very pretty yarn. So I'll wear that out in the sunlight so you can really see that sparkle. It's kind of like an iridescent green, kind of mixed with that lovely matte cream coloured yarn. Alright, see you soon. We'll see how the shawl looks. Finished after 2 days straight of crocheting non-stop. Here it is, the shawl. It's really pretty. I love this pattern. Unfortunately, it's not big enough. So here it is though. Here's what I've done. Yeah, I went to get more of this yarn and there was none left and they're not stocking it anymore. I'm really sad about that because it's beautiful. I hope I can find some online, but no big loss. I'm actually going to, it's kind of sad because it is really pretty. I can always buy more yarn later. Anyway, so I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to be using this yarn to make a hooded cowl, a transitioning from winter to spring hooded cowl. So I'm going to be doing that. That's not my next tutorial. I've actually almost finished my hooded summer beach dress. I'm very excited. It's looking good. I love it. So I've nearly finished that. And that's going to be my next tutorial after this. Then after that, it's going to be the hooded cowl, I think. Actually, no, maybe not. It's going to be a surprise. Okay, so yes, I am going to take this apart. I know it seems kind of sad and kind of a waste, and yes, it took me a long time to do this, to make this. It was hard work. I actually think I gave myself a bit of RSI from just constant. I woke up in the morning, crocheted till I went to bed one day, and then pretty much the same thing the next. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yes, next tutorial I think will either, yeah, it's going to be the dress, and then, okay, the dress. Either the hooded cowl or the quite large v-neck with the large crinkled collar, ribbed collar. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It was fun. I had fun, and it's pretty, and the yarn is so pretty as well. I hope you can see that sparkle. Yeah. Alright, thank you for joining me. I hope you found this useful. See you next time.